This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch News, and I have some evening talks for you guys today. Sami Ali, Counterpunch to you. It's my birthday, bro. 17 today. Sami, happy birthday! Happy birthday, man. You know, you got a whole many more years to go. A whole lot of things to learn, a whole lot of things to earn. Counterpunch. So, congrats. Remember when I was 17? Some rough times. mm-hmm. I'll let the chat load. What are we going to discuss today? Hey, Alexander Usyk. You know my man Usyk's, he's putting his foot down. So we're going to talk about that today. We have Brandon Marshall. Talk about that cat. Black Dev, 417, Counterpunch to you. Everything in between. Bars. Let's hit that like button, guys, when we come in. I'm pretty good, man. I'm off. I'm enjoying the afternoon. Dragon Leg, what's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Good to see you, Black Dev or Black Dev. Is it Black Dev or Black Dev? Black Dev, right? Cool. I think. Back. Pull out my cell phone. You always get positive support from us because you're a positive guy. Appreciate you. Thank you very much. Dragon Leg, what's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Developer. Okay, got you. Got you. Yeah, man. Lightweight division, it's on fire. It'll be okay if it stays away from the BS, the politics. Icy Wound, Counterpunch to you. Big up to you. In fact, let's do this real quick. Boom. Turn my hotspot on. Yeah, man, lightweight should provide some nice competitive fights. No BS, hopefully. Yeah, the networks, the platforms, the promoters, those type of things could stop the potential great matches or great name matchups. Not really great matches, because doesn't mean you're going to actually see the best. It doesn't mean that, because history tells us that a lot of these fights don't end up really being all that good. Definitely not great. You call Mayweather Pacquiao great? No. It's a lot of fights that don't even really be worth the hype. We see them and they're like, okay, this is what we waited for. This is bullshit. So let's step to the community. Okay. We have I want to do the Q&A on Andy Ruiz and his weight loss. That's actually very interesting. So I want to cover that today too. How's everybody doing? Let's hit that like button. Finally caught a live chat. Excellent content, Kurt. Leon S. Appreciate you, brother. What do you think about Berlanga? Oh shit, Berlanga's off the chain. That's gonna be a. He's gonna be a. You know what? He's middleweight, right? He won't stay at middleweight. He's not gonna stay at middleweight. I think he should stay at middleweight to fight like some of the top guys, like Charlo. Um, I love to see him fight Charlo or Jaime Munguia. I think Jaime Munguia and that guy, the Mexican versus Puerto Rican rivalry, I think that would be a good fight. Just because, you know, those are just classic rivalries between the two countries. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, Belonga, he keeps knocking people the fuck out. Hopefully he gets some fights that takes him some rounds, because this guy has had, so he's like he's turning into a Daniel Dubois, and we know what happened to Daniel Dubois. So there are dangers with all that damn success, especially when you have punching power, because not all the time you can rely on that, especially when people won't allow you to throw those punches, you know, and won't break to your will like all these other guys with lower opposition has. Again, look at Daniel Dubois. Daniel Dubois didn't know how to deal with anything else once he figured out, I can't drop or I can't stop Joe Joyce. So Belanga, though, Belanga is hey, that dude's a beast. He's a young, hungry beast. And he will beat your brains out if you let him. But I want to know how much depth is to him. Better be Plant, Kovalev, and Kelly all fighting on the 30th of this month, but on 4 different networks. Yeah, it's crazy. I want to be switching back and forth and shit. You know, I like Plant. Kovalev's done. But I really never personally liked Kovalev. Kovalev was just an asshole. But I mean, he was a beast back in the day. Great show. Don't you think Joshua reminds us a bit of Tyson? Okay, different skill set, but both fast, powerful hands. Hence, people has always been. When I think of Anthony Joshua, I do not think of Mike Tyson. No, I don't. As far as skill wise, no, I don't. They're just two different fighters. Anthony Joshua is a taller, longer fighter. He's muscular, but he's not stocky. You understand? It's a difference between being stocky, you know, and fighting someone short and stocky versus someone tall and buff. You know? Even though Joshua emulated a lot of Mike Tyson's old shit, you know, I mean, that's just something that he does. He just, you know, seen certain things that he wanted to try and it worked. Like the uppercut, you know, actually, Joshua, I seen him fight Ruiz. He hit Ruiz with a left uppercut, which was pretty impressive. But that was nothing like Tyson's by far. Middle, super middle, I think. Oh, okay, so Belonga is super middle. That's a big boy though, and I don't think he's finished growing. So he's gonna move weight classes. But I do want him to fight the best in the weight class that he's at if he can hold and maintain that weight. A lot of fighters can't. I'm gonna always say Inu is pound for pound to the top. Callum Kapor, counterpunch to you. Let's see, what do we got? Andre Rodriguez, what's up, boxing masters? Right. Can't tell a lot when guys are not even making it around 2. No, you don't know. We don't know what that, you know. You might have a serious stamina problem. We don't know. With Dragon Leg, I mean, would it be smart to put him in there with someone like David Benavidez? No. You got to let someone like that develop. Let him get some tough fights. Let him show that power as well as all the other shit that we need to see to convince us, and really to convince himself or his handlers that he's worth that. He is worth the hype. He is the hype. You know what I mean? He's worth jumping on that hype train. He's the real deal. We don't know that. Again, look at Triple D. Triple D was the same way. Everybody was pushing this kid, pushing this kid, pushing this kid. And the funny thing about Triple D, the moment he started talking a little shit to kind of reveal, like, oh, he got some little asshole tendencies, don't he? When he's talking about Joe Joyce's mom, he got his ass beat. It's like he got humbled right before he started to act bad. I bet you if Triple D would have won that fight, you would have saw more of that boisterous little shit, little foul talk that he starts. You would have saw more of it, and then he would have had a whole different demeanor about him. You know, if he would have kept on saying shit like that, because a lot of things, people, you have a lot of images, you know, and people have images for these fighters. Well, the fighters, no, more than likely are not like that. You know what I'm saying? They're just following this guidelines or these, you know, byways of this image. Well, a lot of things these fighters think to say and they don't say, right? But I think Triple D said what was on his mind, like something fucked up, and he shouldn't have said it. But that comes with the confidence of who he thought he was. He thought he was going to beat that guy. He thought he was a winner, and he was not. I was saying that the other day. What if Joshua versus Fury ends up being a snooze fest like Fury versus Klitschko? Very little action. Tyson Fury would have no problem with that. As long as he's the winner. As long as he's the winner, he don't give a shit. He wouldn't care. Though, do I think White can beat Fury? He probably can, maybe. You know? Fights like that just have to happen. That's kind of like, because, you know, those guys have been rumored to fight so long, and, you know, Fury ducked them or avoided this, avoided that. It didn't happen. It's just so much bullshit between those two. You know, those guys has sparred before, and Dillian White's supposed to got the best of them too. But Dillian White's a kind of dude with the style that he has, and he's not all that short of a fighter. You know, he has some height on him. He's like 6'4", you know, so he has some height on him. So somebody like Tyson Fury, you know, you fight Fury. You don't try to box Fury. You fight that motherfucker. So you fight him. Yeah, so Dillian White probably already knows I'm going to go in there and bang him up. AJ closer to Vlad style. That is true. You know, Vlad has a totally different style though. He throws a wicked little short right hand. You know. Gassiev. I don't know. I have to watch some of his stuff. I think AJ should take the Usyk fight first, and Fury take the Wilder fight. Then nothing stands in the way of unified or undisputed. Because see, Joshua was already unified. Fury was unified when he beat Klitschko. Skrilla 50, what's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Yeah, that's what I say. Like those, you know, I look that shit with Usyk. They're disrespecting Usyk. You know, and they're cashing out. That's all they're fucking doing. They're cashing out. They're like, okay, this is the biggest fight to be made. Fuck everything else. Fuck all these other people. Fuck you too. Let's get this fight. You know, like, man, Usyk is the mandatory. Because, okay, if that's the case, y'all could have done that shit with Pulev. Right? But then nobody knew what was going to happen with Fury. But guess what? We still don't. We don't know what's going to happen with Fury. You know? You know what I mean? But you want to do things right. You don't want to do things just for the sake of, oh, let's sacrifice this. That's really not a sure cut deal. That ain't no sure cut deal. Yes, they're trying to make it. Don't mean it's graved in stone. You don't know what that mediation is going to uphold. Obviously, if it's taking this damn long, they're doing some degree of back and forth, right? Counterpunch. So that shit ain't just over in a day. Like, oh, you were this? Okay, wait. You were during the coronavirus? Okay. Wait, the contract spot? Oh, okay. Give me 10 minutes. Yay or nay? It ain't like that, obviously. These people are meeting day after day, you know, to my understanding. So why would you have to meet so long if it was that fucking cut and dry? People, look, thinking ain't fucking illegal yet, people. It ain't illegal. You just started thinking like, shit, how long is this shit gonna last? Or are they Dennis Woodcock? What's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. First round chart. Yeah, he look, he's driving himself in the wrong type of way. That's what he's doing. Karma Serene. While winner or not, Dubois has no business talking about Joyce's mother. The karma came swiftly. It did. That shit came to bit him right in his ass. Or should I say right in his eye. Karma counterpunch to you. Yeah. You know, but he might have been a little secret asshole on, really behind closed doors. You know, you got a lot of quiet, sneaky assholes that people, they make you think that they're cool and like this, but they're really not. He said that shit about his mom, and it really questions like, dude, what kind of motherfucker are you? Saying something like that about, first of all, you don't say nothing. You don't talk about nobody's mom. You don't talk about nobody's mama. The fuck is wrong with you? You don't, a mom. You don't talk about nobody like that. You know what I'm saying? That's like, dude, especially a disability. Dude, come on, really? You know what I mean? That's like if you had a mom, or your mother, and she was fat, obese, overweight. And somebody said, yeah, that's good. Your mom's so fat she got to put on a walk. A good thing she don't have to walk to the damn ring with a big ass. That'll be wrong. You know what I'm saying? But even that's more of something you can change. Blind, you really can't change that shit. You can't do anything about it. Usyk is ready to step aside, but Eddie Hearn is being little man now. Well, it doesn't really make sense to me. Like, you're telling a person what you're not going to give them, but he's already found interest in stepping aside. He could have been like Kuprat Pulev, right? He could have been like him, Krupak Boo, right? So he could have been like that. He could have been a dick. It's like, no, fuck you. Fuck you, pay me. Wilder said he would sue if Fury fights anyone else first. No, Wilder didn't say that. Shelley Finkel said that. Ian Ford or Forthe. But that's just look, that's just rumors. That's something that's supposed to have been told to a guy that has his own channel and whatever. He had some in source information. The only thing I can say about that is we want to see if it pans out. Because people talk. But again, it's a mediation. So, but all I have to say about that, I mean, they shouldn't have signed a contract like that. If that was no contract signed, Tyson Fury wouldn't even bother fucking with Deontay Wilder ever again. That Glovegate shit would have just been, a cry for help. The other day I read someone that Chisora is gaining now 10 mil per fight. Isn't that a really high paycheck for a will-named journeyman? Damn, 10 million is more than Feather Champs got. I don't know about now, but Chisora is an action fighter. You have to understand the UK has a totally different platform when it comes to boxing. If you can fit the seat like the O2, like shit like that. If you can fill up the O2 arena locally, domestically, you're getting that gate money and gate revenue. And Chisora's not an idiot. Chisora knows. Do you remember when it was Josh Taylor took on Regis Prograis? When he went off on Eddie? He's like, I want more money, man. I'm not gonna sell out O2 Arena. You're gonna for these fucking little guys, man. These Prograis. We number one, number two. Shut the fuck up. I'll crush you. I want more money. I want more Eddie. Everything's thinking a fucking joke. I want more money. You using us to pay for these guys to sell out the O2. So Marcy D, counterpunch to you. Mask up, bro. Don't get yourself arrested. I don't know. It ain't that bad here. I'm in my fucking car. Fuck them. How can you say White is the most improved heavyweight? Josh was clearly improved. Oh, you're not. Oh, you're not talking to me with that shit. Improved. You know. Did you live in New York at some point? Nicholas, I didn't live in New York. I worked in New York for about 3 months. So, and then that was for Luke Cage. We filmed it in Brooklyn. So yeah, I was up there a great deal. You know, Grand Central Station to New Jersey Transit to Hasbro Heights to Newark to Princeton, over across from Queens to Brooklyn, from Brooklyn to Queens, take the trolley to Manhattan. Yeah, I experienced the New York life. It was surreal. It was cool. Because I've been to New York a couple times, but it wasn't anything like that. I didn't have, that. I used that opportunity to walk around. Nicholas, why did you ask? Yeah, I mean, because it's getting shitty. I mean, you call one of your, look, here's the problem with Eddie Hearn. You call one of your potential best fucking future heavyweight champions greedy. Just because you're trying to make a fight with your top heavyweight, which I can understand that, but I think he has to watch what he says. Even though Eddie was like, I'm not calling out anyone, but though they're greedy. So that means you're telling everyone that shit. You know? You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, yo, that's, I mean, I would feel offended if I'm Usyk. You know what I'm saying? Because I know due to the laws and the rules of the WBO, just like Terrence Crawford got his opportunity. Now he's a WBO welterweight champion. And he's the boogeyman. He's been fucking ducked by everybody else. Or his punk ass promoter is lowballing everybody else. Even though it's a lose down there welterweight. Welterweight would probably be just as good as lightweight, but they got that politics shit that's overrunning the whole division over there. Should I say down there? Jarrell and AJ talked about each other's mama at their press conferences. AJ didn't talk about his mama like that. AJ talked about his mom because, see, this is what happened. To give you guys a backstory. Jarrell Miller's mom thought Anthony Joshua was hot or whatever, and then she mentioned that to Jarrell Miller, and Jarrell Miller said some shit like, "Oh, I bet you have a little pecker." I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah, mom. Yeah, I bet you have a little pecker. I'm like, oh man, that's so fucking childish. But I mean, that's Jarrell Miller. Wilder isn't winning the case, I guarantee it. Wilder's team was the one that pushed the original date back for the bicep surgery. AJ versus Fury announcement in February. No, it's a lot of things to really take into consideration, though, because if he had a bicep surgery, okay, that was the reason for the July date, because that shit's supposed to happen in July. That fight should have already happened, man. That's the problem about all that bullshit. Saludos. Ozzy Ox Schmidt, what's up, brother? Counterpunch to you in the building. I hope all is well, brother. I hope all is well. Hey, man, not for nothing, but Triple G can say he will kill a man in the ring, but Wilder gets treated for saying the same. But Wilder gets treated for saying this. He gets treated bad. I know what you're trying to say. And well, for one, a couple of videos on that discussing Triple G. Triple G out of fucking character with that. It makes you think, like, what kind of motherfucker is he? Is he one of them, guys that, he get off camera and start talking a bunch of shit? I fucking kill a bitch. I kill bitch. I kill bitch. Good bitch. Good bitch. I make him my bitch now. I make him eat my shit. He might turn into a fucking jackass. He might be a jerk. You know what I mean? He might be a fucking jerk too. Saying something. If I legally had opportunity to kill someone in the ring, it would be Oscar De La Hoya. I'm like, damn, that's fucked up. Yeah, but I see the double standard, definitely. That's what the video was about. You know, him saying, calling out a person that he could legally kill. If he had the opportunity to legally kill you. White, well, sad thing about White being improved, he's got a lot better, but then people are going to remember him getting knocked out. Doesn't matter how much you improve. It matters what the fuck they see. You know, you know what I mean? It's not the right time to talk about White right now because White got knocked out. White needs to show that he can correct the mistake that he made last year. Chisora doesn't get no 10 milli. He's about 3 to 4 at best now. Lady Sean dim season. Counterpunch to you, baby. Errol Spence versus Danny Garcia didn't even do 300K. Probably not. Probably not. And the people that supported Errol Spence, they watched that shit on Fire Stick. They didn't pay for that shit. We gonna Fire Stick this shit tonight. We gonna Fire shit. That's my boy. Just gonna Fire Stick the shit. Oh man, I seen you, man. Shit, you represented DeSoto, you know what I'm saying? And I didn't even pay a dime. Didn't fucking pay a dime. The only thing he paid is his cable bill to run that fucking jailbroken ass Fire Stick. That's the only thing. That's bad. It's bad. Is Usyk ducking Joshua? Why the fuck would he duck Joshua? He wants to fight Joshua. Anyway, Comatose. No, he's not ducking Joshua. Sully don't really know either. Search but didn't find no $10 million paycheck. I don't know, man. It's, you know, maybe he did, but once upon a time. I'm pretty sure somebody like Chisora ain't hurting. I think all those guys are set and laid over there. AJ versus Povetkin. 900,000. Parker over 800,000. 5K is a flop. Well, 500K compared to those numbers is a flop, but that depends on who we talking about. Okay, so is it 900,000, 800,000, and 500,000? Okay, that's lower than the other ones, but you have to compare the 500,000 to everybody else. Who the fuck made 500,000 pay-per-view buys? Daniel. I'll wait. Who else has done that? Wilder, Fury? Nope. Spence, Garcia? Nope. Who else? Who else has made 500,000 pay-per-view buys? So the only record he didn't beat was his own record. Shit, remember Ruiz Joshua too did what? Broke a record. Still have Corona. Andy Ruiz versus a prime Butterbean. Andy Ruiz would beat the shit out of Butterbean. They both have no neck. They both short and fat. But Ruiz would beat his ass with the quickness. Ruiz versus Wilder is what we all want to see. I guess. I mean, I would watch it. I mean, I think it would be a exciting fight. And it would be an easy fight to make. You know, Ruiz is still a PBC Al Heyman fighter. You know what I mean? And then you know the irony of that whole thing of that Ruiz, Deontay Wilder potential fight after he beat Joshua type of shit, because You know that's what was going to happen. And Eddie Hearn was going to take them to court because they tried to get out of the fucking fight. But here was the other problem. The other problem was you had Tyson Fury. So you claim you had a fight with Luis Ortiz. Then you were going to schedule the Fury fight after that. Okay. But then you tried to make a fast, quick fight with Ruiz Wilder, right? Or it probably would have been Wilder Ruiz, and for undisputed. But if you notice, how far did they try to get out of that contract? That shit didn't last long. He's too durable for Wilder. I don't know. Wilder's used to punching shorter guys too. No butterbean. And his punches are lethal. A Ruiz versus White fight is better. That would be a good fight. White Ruiz. That would be a good fight though. It would really be a good fight. Pulev versus Ruiz. If Ruiz wants the rematch as follows, AJ's breadcrumbs. Nah, man. That would be good. And then again, Pulev wants to fight Dillian White. Keep the work going. Yeah, man. It's just, I don't know. When you sit around all day, it's kind of, it stops your momentum, you know? Prime Home beats Tyson. I doubt that. I doubt he beats Tyson. It would be a better fight than what we saw, but he ain't gonna beat Tyson, bro. Tyson, he'll probably hang in there with Tyson, dancing, moving, punching, jabbing, head hunting, turning. But eventually Tyson's gonna get in there and hit him with something that he ain't gonna be able to take. I don't give a fuck how fresh he is. Everybody has that game plan. Everybody's sharp, focused, and fresh before they get hit. Until they get hit. When they get hit, boom! Everything changes. White may become the granddaddy basher. He got bashed by granddaddy though. I can tell you that much. You think Holmes don't got power? No, I didn't say he didn't have power. I'm just saying when he gets hit with power of Tyson, didn't matter how fresh or young he was. He got hit with that shit. He's going out. Mike was knocking motherfuckers out. You don't understand that. Now it was unfortunate for Larry Holmes because he wasn't in his prime, but I don't think he would have won anyway. That's just my opinion. It would be like Buster Douglas, but easier. Not getting dropped. Bank, he wants to put him in the ring with Triple G, and he thought, I think he should do it. I think that fight was on the table once upon a time. And for whatever reason, it got fucked up and it didn't happen. I don't know why it didn't happen. I think somebody blamed Chris Eubanks Sr. for it not happening, or some kind of demands that, I don't know. It was weird. Nobody keeping us in the loop with the mediation thing. Look, just have the third fight and let's move on after. This ain't gonna be taken up by 2021 like it did 2020. Fury, do it if you can win then. Yeah, he got hit by Shavers. Yeah, he got hit by Shavers. Man, I just don't think he'll do that with Tyson. Tyson's a different animal. Especially with punches you don't see. You're jabbing at a guy and he leaps, he weaves under your punch and throws a left hook and catches you, and you don't, no. I don't know. I don't know about that one. Fury is scared he can get knocked out though, too. Yeah, he can. Holmes' legendary jab allowed Tyson to overhand. In Tyson's prime, he was too fast. Halim Boston, counterpunch to you. I was there for White Rivas. Was a good night of boxing, but the main event was iffy. How's work going, Kurt? Ugh, I had to take someone's plumbing stack out today. It was cracked all the way down. Damn, Adam, that sucks. His right hand can change everything like Povetkin's uppercut. Well, Povetkin has hit people before. He ain't knocked him the fuck out. I mean, but don't get me wrong. Povetkin knocked out David Price. Yeah, I heard about that, Andre. Yeah, whatever his cat's name is, I forget his name, but I mean, I think yeah, he caught COVID or something right there, right? I think Povetkin beats Wilder. They should have already fought. I think Wilder, should have went back into negotiations with Povetkin. Icy wound. Usyk's too small. Okay, we'll see. My eyes can still see, and my ears can still hear. Also, undisputed would be a nice selling point. I want AJ to put hands and feet on Usyk. Hands and feet. Like, damn. That means you'll beat somebody's ass and start stomping them. That's not boxing, dude. Hands and feet. It's casual boxing talk. Yeah, you cocksuckers. You cocksuckers. I wonder whatever happened to that cat. I don't hear from him. I don't think he does many videos like he's supposed to. White needs to be undisputed for the youth. Okay. Too big, too strong for Usyk. Okay. Did Povetkin ever fight Pulev? Why not? No, they didn't. They just I don't know. That's a good question. Like fights, you wonder like why the fuck they never took place. You know, Povetkin fought Vladimir and lost to Vladimir. Pulev fought Vladimir, lost to Vladimir. I think they were in different sanctioning bodies too. Pulev was with the IBF ranked, and the WBA rankings. Povetkin were. Now, seeing those two guys, they should have fought. Do you see how easy that shit is for a fight not to happen due to bullshit politics like that? That's what I'm talking about. I hate to say it, but I'm with the boxing bros. White is never going to get it. Never gonna get it. Yeah, losing battle looks like it. Because if he let's say he goes in there and fights someone like Ortiz, and Ortiz fucking knocks him out, it's over. Nobody. They look over here across the pond. People are gonna clown him. They're gonna clown his ass. You know. Ali. I think AJ is too fake and Mr. Nice Guy all the time. He is the ideal looking heavyweight. I think at times he does play too nice. I wouldn't necessarily call the brother fake. I would call him, he's more filtered. He filters shit more than other people. And then what happens though with Joshua will say something fucked up out of the blue, and then people be like, you know what I mean? Because it's like, yo, you shouldn't have did so much filtering. You got to do a balance with this shit. I think he just goes off the deep end. You know, like he told those people defending the Black Lives Matter rally. Do you guys know what he said? He said this. He said, hey, anybody think I'm a racist, go fuck themselves. Wow. That's Anthony Joshua for you. That ain't Dillian White. That ain't Deontay Wilder. You know, I can hear Deontay. Well, fuck y'all then. Fuck y'all to this day. What do you think AJ's lacking to be? What do you think AJ's lacking? I'm not sure. Usyk fights AJ, then I would have Joyce in his career. Mm. AJ needs to work on that head movement more. Remember when White lost to WBC, we're saying that the interim belt was reset, meaning if White won it back, he's in for another few years. They did. You look. That had nothing to do with Mauricio punk ass Suleiman. He's like Lady Sean says, he's a fucking mayor of Loserville. That's all he is, man. That's all he does. That's all he does. Look, that had nothing. Look, VADA test was the test that the WBC gave to White. White passed that. It was the BBBC, like from the British Border Boxing Control on UCAD. Those cocksuckers found something in his shit. Not fucking VADA. The WBC was just looking for that. Oh, that is problem with Dillian White. We will reset. He cannot. No, he cannot. Bitch, I've been pissed off too. How long did you reckon Usyk has to wait if he was to step aside? I have no idea. It's a good question. Probably close to a year. Because what they'll try to do is they'll have the first fight, and whoever wins in that fight, that's what determines everything. Did they send one to Crawford and Usyk, or just they're just sending stroking Teofimo's ego because Haney has a belt? I feel sorry for Dillian White. He has always had a lot of on his plate and expected to prove his worth, and now he has more digging to do. That's true. Usyk will have to wait at least a year. Yep. Jace, Mr. DAZN, salute to you. Everyone has a price. So does Usyk. Obviously so. $2 million. Vovastu. Usyk not my favorite, but I like his attitude and the way he conducts himself. He's a pretty humble cat. Now, see, that's just like Triple G. That's just like Usyk's just coming out and saying, fuck you, motherfucker. I keyed all you beaches. That type of shit. What if he just comes out with that? What are people going to think? They don't think, okay, that's out of his character. Duh. I know, right? White thinks AJ is fake because he changed and grew into a mature man. He shed the skin of where he came from. When White does the same, he might be more popular. I don't know. I think they like White for White, honestly. Yeah, they are clown high. They are all prize fighters. AJ should take on Usyk and fight Fury for later in the year when we would have the crowd. Well, I mean, I don't give a shit what it's in. I don't care about that. Look, I'm not going to a live event like that for a while anyhow. Eric Molina doing his time. Well, Eric Molina went through the same shit that Dillian White went through with the UCAD. First they said it was okay, then under a year later, oh yeah, you tested positive for this. This is why. Fuck out of here, man. And they were trying to get him from training in America. I'm like, how the fuck you do that? You stopped me from training. Dillian, the whitest name alive. Is Wilder fighting Fury next? I don't know. CMC, I don't know. Even Canelo cheated. I feel sorry for you if you stay the same person all your life. Mm. Yeah, I think that yeah, Eddie Hearn's tripping. I think that he's tripping. I think that Usyk, he should, since he is a promoter, I think he should understand more than anyone else the importance of the Joshua Fury fight. But anyway, guys, it's been fun. I'm gonna jump off of here. I gotta be up early in the AM. Everybody in the chat, you guys have been Counterpunch. Have a good night and stay safe. Peace.